On the morning of September 7, 2012, 19-year-old Faith Hedgepeth was found dead in her apartment near the University of North Carolina. She was bright, driven, and full of warmth. A first-generation college student with dreams of becoming a doctor. Her murder remains one of the most haunting crimes in the state's history. Faith shared an apartment with her close friend, Karna Rook. The two had gone out the night before to a local club, returning home just after 3 a.m. Karna said Faith seemed happy and tired, ready for bed. At 11 a.m., Karna returned from a class to find their front door unlocked. Inside, Faith was lying on the floor beside her bed, covered in blood. Her body showed signs of a violent attack, and nearby, written on the wall in lipstick, was a single phrase. Asterisk, I'm not stupid. Asterisk. Detectives immediately began gathering evidence. The apartment showed no sign of forced entry. Faith's belongings, her phone, keys, and laptop were untouched. But inside, investigators found a half-empty fast food bag and a rumpled handwritten note, suggesting the killer may have known her personally. DNA was collected from the scene, and police were confident the case would be solved quickly. It wasn't. Over the next several years, detectives tested dozens of potential suspects. Friends, classmates, and even ex-boyfriends were questioned, but none matched the DNA. The case grew cold, even as the small college town kept her memory alive through vigils and scholarships in her name. Then, nearly 9 years later, in September 2021, police announced an arrest. The suspect was a man named Miguel Enrique Salguero Olivares, 28 years old, living nearby with no clear connection to Faith. His DNA was a match to the sample found at the scene. He had never been on police radar before. No known link, no clear motive. Investigators have never explained how the two met or why he was there that night. Friends insist Faith didn't know him. The cryptic message on the wall asterisk, I'm not stupid asterisk, remains as confusing today as it was in 2012. Some believe it was directed at her killer. Others think it was meant for someone else entirely. Faith Hedgepeth's story is one of promise cut short, a young woman whose life touched everyone around her. Even with an arrest, questions linger about what really happened in those quiet early hours. Why Faith? Why that message? And how did a stranger slip into her home unnoticed? More than a decade later, the walls of that apartment have been repainted, the furniture replaced, but in the minds of those who remember her, one image endures: the bright, smiling student who believed in kindness, justice, and the future she never got to see.